Guys, I have to tell you, yesterday was one of those rare Sundays where everything just seems to fall into place perfectly for the 49ers. You know, it's the middle of the season, you're juggling work, life, and football, and somehow, for just one day, you get a stress-free Sunday where you don't have to worry about the team taking the field. That's exactly what happened yesterday, and it could not have gone any better. From the moment I woke up, traveling in New York City for work to watching highlights, catching snippets of other games, and checking scores, it was like the football universe decided to line up in the 49ers' favor. Every single development just seemed to work perfectly. Let's start with the NFC West, because that's where a lot of the excitement kicked in. The 49ers had already set the tone earlier in the week with a solid victory over the Rams, which always feels good. But then, yesterday, both the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks essentially imploded in ways that you could not script better. And this isn't just about rivals losing or life being sweet because the teams around you faltered. No, this was about the entire NFC standings shifting in real time, the NFC West changing its landscape dramatically, and all of it breaking in favor of San Francisco. Take Arizona, for instance. One of the plays that immediately grabbed headlines was the absolute collapse right at the goal line. DeMarcado, yes, he had that long, electrifying 72-yard run, but then, in the most preventable way, fumbled the ball because of a premature celebration. You can almost hear the coaching staff collectively screaming at the television when that happened. Celebrating too early, a rookie mistake, and it completely cost them. Instead of walking away with a win, they handed Tennessee their very first victory of the season, and they did it on a silver platter. And if you think that was the only moment that killed them, think again. Immediately following that, Cam Ward throws a pick, and Demerson fumbles the ball, leading to a touchdown for Tennessee. The sequence of errors was astonishing. Arizona should have been cruising to a win against a team struggling like the Titans, and yet every possible opportunity to secure victory slipped through their fingers. And while all this chaos was unfolding in Arizona, Seattle was busy staging their own spectacular self-destruction. Against Tampa Bay, their defense might as well have been invisible because they couldn't stop anything all game long. Both offenses were performing, both teams moving the ball, but for whatever reason, the Seahawks decided that winning at home was apparently not part of the plan. And in the most frustrating, unbelievable fashion, Sam Darnold tossed a critical interception in the closing moments, effectively handing the game over for the Buccaneers to put themselves in field goal position. It was the kind of mistake that makes you want to throw your remote across the room, and for Seahawks fans, it left a bitter taste, knowing that the game could have been theirs with just a little discipline and focus. Meanwhile, the Philadelphia Eagles were doing their best to add to the 49ers' good fortune. The Eagles had been controlling the game against the Denver Broncos, limiting them to just 3 points for most of the matchup. But as soon as the fourth quarter hit, everything changed. The Eagles, for reasons no one could quite justify, decided to leak 15 points in the final quarter, completely altering the outcome. Watching the Broncos claw their way back, finding multiple touchdowns, and ultimately holding the Eagles scoreless in the quarter was nothing short of a cinematic turnaround. For Eagles fans in Denver, yesterday was probably a nightmare. Imagine walking into work today, surrounded by jubilant Broncos supporters, after your team blew a lead that seemed completely secure just minutes before. It's the kind of game that defines a season, a testament to the unpredictability of football, and a huge windfall for the 49ers' position in the conference. And when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, the 49ers sitting atop the NFC is not just luck. It's a combination of skill, timing, and a little chaos in the right places. Close games all around the league, and somehow, almost miraculously, the outcomes have consistently favored San Francisco. The Seahawks losing in the final moments, the Cardinals crumbling at the goal line, the Eagles surrendering a late-game surge. All of it adds up to a scenario where the 49ers are not just competitive, but dominant in terms of standings. If you look beyond the NFC West, the rest of the league was also providing wild narratives that only reinforced this incredible weekend. The last remaining undefeated team, the Buffalo Bills, facing the New England Patriots at home, ended up on the losing side thanks to a strategic and powerful performance by New England. Stephon Diggs and Drake May's efforts were nothing short of spectacular, dismantling the Bills' whiteout jerseys and ending their streak in a way that shocked fans across the league. Every one of these results, close games, late-game heroics, improbable victories, plays into the larger story that the 49ers are not just surviving the season. They're thriving at a time when the competition is making mistakes almost daily. And it's not just the wins themselves, it's the timing of those wins, the way they happen late in the games, the way field goals decide outcomes, and the dramatic final drives that tilt the league in favor of San Francisco. It's almost cinematic when you think about it. The NFC West has been a battlefield, yet somehow, in the chaos of every single nail-biting matchup, the 49ers find themselves on top, tied for the best record in the entire league, and looking stronger every week. There's a rhythm to it, a pattern that seems to say, close games? We got this. Rivalries? We handle those. Late-game drama? That's just Tuesday. The league keeps delivering tight finishes and upsets, and yet through it all, San Francisco's position only solidifies. As I sit here getting ready to start the day, reflecting on everything that unfolded yesterday, I can't help but feel an immense sense of satisfaction. Watching multiple games, seeing the dominoes fall exactly in the right sequence, and knowing that the 49ers benefit from every single twist and turn. It's the kind of football weekend that reminds you why you follow this sport. It's unpredictable, it's thrilling, and when everything aligns perfectly, it's downright euphoric. And that, my friends, is exactly what we got yesterday. The 49ers are not just at the top of the NFC West. They're positioned in a way that maximizes every opportunity, taking advantage of every misstep by their rivals, and showing the league that they are a force to be reckoned with this season. But here's the thing that really makes this weekend stand out. It wasn't just that the 49ers benefited from other teams' mistakes, it's the way the narrative of the season seems to be bending in their favor. Every single close game across the league somehow played into the 49ers' hands. It's almost as if the football gods decided, okay, San Francisco, you've been grinding through those nail-biters. Now let's see the rest of the league tip the scales for you. And when you watch the highlights from yesterday, it's stunning how much chaos there was everywhere else while the 49ers' position only strengthened. Take the Seahawks game, for example. Watching them fall apart at home against Tampa Bay was both painful for their fans and exhilarating from an outside perspective. Their defense, which had moments of brilliance earlier this season, looked completely lost. You could see it in their eyes, the frustration, the hesitation, the just plain bad decision-making. And the cherry on top? Sam Darnold's interception at the worst possible time, putting the Buccaneers right in scoring position. It's almost surreal how a single mistake can completely flip the outcome of a game, but that's exactly what happened. It's the kind of ending that leaves you shaking your head and laughing at the same time. The Seahawks had chances, they had the talent, they had everything going for them, and yet somehow, in the final moments, they handed the game away like it was nothing. Meanwhile, over in Arizona, the Cardinals' collapse was equally dramatic. The goal line fumble after a 72-yard run was shocking enough, but then watching Cam Ward throw a pick immediately after, followed by Demerson fumbling, and Tyler Lockett recovering in the end zone. It's like a sequence of dominoes falling in the most improbable way. The Titans, who had struggled all season, suddenly find themselves with a win they likely never expected. And for the 49ers, this was pure gold. Every slip by a rival is another brick in the wall that keeps San Francisco at the top of the NFC West. It's a position they've earned through consistent effort, but having a few improbable bounces go their way is the icing on the cake. Then there's the Philadelphia Eagles game against the Denver Broncos. That fourth-quarter meltdown by the Eagles was nothing short of cinematic, leading by double digits, controlling the game for almost the entire matchup, and then letting the Broncos score 15 points in the final quarter. It's the kind of drama that makes you question everything you thought you knew about football. And yet, while Eagles fans were gnashing their teeth in disbelief, the 49ers only benefited. It's not just about wins and losses. It's about timing, about how games unfold in real time, about the ripple effects across the conference. San Francisco isn't just winning games on its own. The league is essentially creating an environment where close games go their way, where every late-game collapse by another team indirectly strengthens their position. And let's not forget the wider NFL context. The last undefeated team, the Buffalo Bills, getting taken down by the New England Patriots, adds yet another layer to this weekend of surprises. Stephon Diggs, Drake May, and the Patriots' relentless drive against the Bills completely upended expectations. It's one thing to see your rivals stumble, but it's another to see a team that seemed untouchable finally fall, and that domino effect ripples through the league. Every upset, every late-game heroics, every improbable field goal, it all feeds into the story of this 49er season. The conference standings are volatile, the competition is fierce, but San Francisco keeps finding itself in a position to capitalize on it all. When you step back and look at the sheer absurdity of some of these outcomes, it almost feels like the NFL was putting on a show just for the 49ers fans. One-score games decided in the final moments across multiple matchups, rival teams losing at home, last-minute field goals deciding victories. It's the kind of weekend that reminds you why football is not just a sport, but a spectacle. And for fans of San Francisco, it's exhilarating to see the team not only holding its ground, but thriving while chaos unfolds all around them. It's also worth noting how these events impact the mindset of a team at the top of the standings. When you see your competition falter in these dramatic, high-pressure ways, it gives the team confidence. The 49ers aren't just relying on luck. They're playing smart, disciplined football, staying consistent, and letting other teams' mistakes complement their efforts. The psychological edge of knowing that close games are breaking your way cannot be overstated. It builds momentum, reinforces belief, and strengthens resolve. And watching everything fall into place yesterday, from the NFC West to key inter-conference matchups, it's almost as if the stars aligned just for this moment. And as we look ahead, this weekend becomes more than just a snapshot. It becomes a symbol of what's possible this season. The 49ers are sitting at the top of the NFC West, tied for the best record in the league, and positioned to capitalize on every opportunity. The season is still young, but the alignment of talent, discipline, and fortunate breaks has set them up in a way that's hard to ignore. It's a rare combination, the kind of scenario where preparation meets opportunity and luck. And for now, the 49ers are reaping the benefits in a spectacular fashion. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL world is buzzing with one of the most unexpected moves of the season. The San Francisco 49ers have reportedly traded away Brock Purdy, shocking fans and analysts alike, and are now eyeing veteran quarterback Kirk Cousins to lead their high-powered offense. While the 49ers have long been considered a bastion of stability under Purdy's surprising rise last season, sources suggest that front office discussions leaned heavily toward experience and immediate Super Bowl contention, prompting this audacious shakeup. Insiders indicate that the trade talks started quietly, with other teams showing interest in Purdy's dynamic playmaking ability. The exact details of the deal remain murky, but whispers around the league hint at a combination of draft picks and young talent heading to San Francisco in exchange for the promising quarterback. Fans are understandably torn, with social media exploding into debates over whether the 49ers are sacrificing long-term potential for short-term security. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins, known for his steady arm and prolific passing stats, appears to be the centerpiece of the 49ers' ambitious strategy. Analysts speculate that the Vikings veteran could instantly elevate San Francisco's passing game, pairing with the team's explosive receiving core and a defense already among the league's best. Yet, questions linger. Can Cousins adapt to a new system in a city notorious for high expectations? Will Purdy thrive in his new home? And how will this seismic shift affect locker room dynamics? Even within the league, opinions are split. Some executives admire the boldness of the move, suggesting it signals the 49ers' win-now mentality. Others warn that disrupting chemistry at such a crucial position could backfire, especially with the playoffs looming. Regardless, the rumor alone has already reshaped draft and trade conversations across the NFL, forcing rival teams to reconsider their quarterback strategies and depth charts. As the dust settles, one thing is certain. The 49ers' gamble has put the entire league on notice. Fans will be watching every practice, every snap, and every press conference, trying to decipher whether this shock trade is the stroke of genius San Francisco hopes for, or the beginning of a dramatic rebuild. For now, the NFL rumor mill is in overdrive, and one thing is clear. Nothing in football is ever predictable. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.